Hey again, I'm Rahena. We're playing more of Gakuen Heaven 2. We're still on June 2nd in Kuya's route. Yuki has just asked Kuya to be his partner, but we need to go check with Professor Sakaki to make sure that's okay because Kuya was involved in the setup of the Bell One. So we're just heading over to the staff room.
Sakaki sensei.
ガン首揃えてなんだ?
What do you three want?
ベルワンの件でお話があります。
We want to talk to you about the Bell One.
俺はクーヤさんと組みます。いいですよね。
I'm pairing up with Kuya-san. Is that okay?
なぜ俺に聞く?
Why are you asking me?
クーヤさんは生徒会の副会長で、ベルワン運営にも関わるからです。
Because Kuya-san is the student council vice president and he's involved in the management of the Bell One.
それでわざわざお伺いか。ご丁寧なことだ。
So you purposely came to ask me. That's courteous.
俺は後から文句をつけられるような中途半端な勝ち方をするつもりはありませんから。
I don't intend to do a poor job of winning and have someone complain about it later. So again, he doesn't want anyone to question the legitimacy of his win.
開催前から勝つ気でいるのか?
So you're thinking you're going to win before it even starts?
勝ちます。
We'll win.
俺たちは絶対に勝ってこの学園を守ってみせます。
I'll show you. We'll absolutely win and protect the school.
そうか。まあ、せいぜい頑張れよ。
I see. Do your best then.
生徒会役員をパートナーにするのは問題ない。
There's no problem with making a member of the student council your partner.
お前のパートナーが誰であろうとどうでもいいことだからな。
Since it doesn't matter who your partner is.
本当にいいのですか?
Is that really okay? And you can just see that from his posture, which is, I guess, usually the same, isn't it? But from his tone, Takuto is not... he doesn't really like Sakaki.
何がだ?
What is?
第1回戦はクイズ形式。問題作成にあたっては生徒会が協力することになっています。
The first round is in quiz format, and the student council is helping create the questions.
現に先ほど出題用に資料をお届けしたはずですが。
Actually, we should have delivered the materials for setting the questions a little while ago.
ああ、あの本の山か。
Yeah, that pile of books, huh?
あんなものは役には立たない。使わないから心配には及ばん。
That sort of thing is useless. It won't be used, so there's no need to worry.
あんなもの?
That sort of thing?
だから詐欺森が参加しても何ら問題はない。
So there's no problem even if Sagimori participates.
生徒会の内々で協力すればいいんじゃないか?
Wouldn't it be better if you helped within the student council?
と。腕章のないやつはただの生徒か。
And without the armband, he's just a regular student. Yuki doesn't like that.
話はそれだけか。それじゃあ俺は行くぞ。
Is that all you wanted to talk about? Then I'll be going.
まだあります。
There's still more.
この学園の教師でもあるあなたがなぜ学園を潰すなんて言い出したんですか?
You're a teacher at this school. Why did you propose to close it?
あなた自身はどういう考えをお持ちなのですか?
What were you personally intending? So Kuya, doesn't get as flustered as Yuki does because Yuki's very emotional. But Kuya is surprisingly level-headed when things get to be a little rough and thinks to ask a question which even the player might be wondering at this point, depending on what order you're playing the character routes in. And if you're going with the recommendation of playing Kuya very early on, this is a good question, and you would be wondering, why? Why would someone do that about the place where they work?
説明の必要はないな。
It's not necessary to explain.
じゃあ、あの腕章はどうやって手に入れたんですか?
Then how did you get that armband?
先生が盗んだんじゃないなら落ちてたんですか? それともやっぱり誰かが?
If you didn't steal it, did you find it? Or after all, someone did steal it?
どうだっていいだろう。
It doesn't matter.
よくないよ。
Yes, it does.
待ってください。
Please wait.
しつこいな。いい加減にしろ。
Don't be stubborn. Cut it out.
だって俺たちは何も答えてもらってない。
But you didn't answer anything.
説明の必要はないと言っただろう。そこをどけ。
I said I didn't need to explain. Get out of the way.
どきません。
I will not.
ここは俺たちの学園なんだ。説明もなしに潰すなんて絶対におかしい。
This is our school. It's absolutely wrong to close the school without any explanation.
教えてください。どうして理事会はここを廃校にするなんて言い出したんですか？
Please tell us, why did the board propose closing the school?
生徒には関係ない。
It's none of the students' business.
何言ってんですか？あるに決まってるでしょ。
What are you saying? Of course it does.
邪魔をするな。これから仕事があるんだ。
Stop being in the way. I have work to do.
解きません。どこへ行ってもついていきます。
I will not. I'll follow you wherever you go.
俺は今からベルワンで出題する問題を作る。
I'm going to go create the questions for the Bell One.
その問題を盗み見る気か？
Did you want to steal a look at those questions?
それは。
Well,
後から文句をつけられるような中途半端な勝ち方をするつもりはないんだろ？
you don't intend to do a poor job of winning so people can complain about it later, do you? So turning his words right back on him?
分かったら付きまとうな。
Got it? Don't follow me. And he leaves. I do want to say some things that may be a little spoilery here, so maybe skip ahead a minute or two if you don't want to hear it. Maybe come back around 8.5 minutes into this video. But I think here, Sakaki is purposely doing this so that there can't be any complaints. Because he wants to hold the Bell One, he wants to test the students, and he wants it to be a fair fight. So, in order to create that appearance of everything being legit and nice and done the right way so that nobody can complain when Yuki wins, he is putting aside the materials that Takuto has gathered. Because chances are someone could stand up and say, hey, those kids cheated. They chose things that were easy, or they made sure to study the same kind of materials that they gave to the board to use, or to Sakaki to use. So this way Sakaki can create his own questions. He can take Yuki's capabilities into account and create something that's appropriate for him, challenging but appropriate, and also that the student council has not been involved in the creation of. So, even though he seems like he's being a mean old hard ass here, as per usual, I think he's actually doing this to improve Yuki's chances in the Bell One, which is kind of what he wants. He wants to see the students stand up and do something, because remember, he's been pressuring Tomo to stand up and do something about how the board is pressuring him, and seeing that kind of reaction from Yuki as well, I think will help his case. Because really, when you get down to it, it's really on Sakaki. Is he going to close the school or not? And by making it fair, instead of however the board may want it to appear, he's actually giving them an advantage. So, spoilers over, it's safe to come back now. Let's carry on.
くそ。
Damn it.
随分一方的だな。
Well, that was really arbitrary.
もともとそういうところのある人ではあったが。
He's always like that, but
それにしてもあの言い方。
but talking like that,
見てろ。絶対勝って見返してやる。
just watch. I'll definitely win. I'll get the last laugh.
その意気だ。
That's the spirit.
俺たち二人であのいたけだかな態度を反省させてやろう。
The two of us working together will make you regret that overbearing attitude.
3人です。
The three of us.
正嗣
They kind of forgot that he was there. Scary.
役に立たないですか。
Useless, was it?
言ってくれる。
That's what he said.
クーヤさん、高藤さん、もしかして怒ってるんじゃ。
And this could be interpreted as Yuki not only sliding over to whisper to Kuya, but also to kind of hide behind him a little bit, which is very cute. Kuya-san, is Takuto-san angry?
そのようだ。正嗣があんなに怒りをあらわにするなんて、俺も初めて見たかもしれない。
It seems like it. This might also be the first time I've seen Masatsugu showing so much anger.
なんかあまり表情が変わらない分、余計に怖いんですけど。
Somehow that his expression hasn't changed much makes it even more scary.
同感だ。
I agree.
なんでそんなに。
Why is he
多
so...
分だがクイズの資料は正嗣が揃えたんだ。
I'm just guessing, but Masatsugu is the one who gathered the materials for the quiz.
図書館からセレクトした古典文学から世界各国の歴史、
Selected from the library, everything from classical literature to world history.
現在の経済問題から宇宙物理学まであらゆるジャンルを網羅して数百冊になったと言ってはいたが、
And it included every genre, from current economic problems to astrophysics. He said it was several hundred volumes.
うわ、それは集めるのは大変だったんじゃ。
And it must have been hard to gather all of that.
大変とは思いません。
I didn't think of it as hard, so even though they're whispering to each other over here, obviously Takuto can still hear them.
この学園の行く末を決定する大事な大会に使用する資料です。
They were precious materials that were going to be used in the contest that would decide the fate of this school.
夜を徹し吟味に吟味を重ねベストのセレクトをしました。
Staying up all night, scrutinizing and scrutinizing, I selected the best.
徹夜したんだ。
You stayed up all night?
ベルワンのことが決まったのは昨夜だからな。
Well, because the Bell one was only decided upon last night.
それにあいつは凝り性だから。
Besides, he's obsessive.
それをあんなものと。
Calling it that stuff.
高藤さん、落ち着いて。
Takuto-san, calm down.
ちょっと怖いですよ。
You're a bit scary.
朝比奈、クーヤ。
はい。
なんだ。
What is it?
今から私があなた方をクイズマスターに鍛えて差し上げます。
From now on, I'm going to train you as quiz masters.
クイズマスター？
なんだか強そうだな。
Well, that sounds pretty powerful.
ベルワン期間中の生徒会業務及びあなた方の授業の課題は全て私が引き受けます。
During the Bell one, I will take on your student council work as well as your homework.
その間あなた方にはどんな出題にも対応できるよう勉強していただきます。
And in the meantime, I will have you study so you can deal with any question.
勉強？
Study! I love how Yuki is just so dismayed by the thought of that.
1回戦まであと3日しかないんだぞ。
But there's only 3 days till the first round, right?
ですから私が鍛えると申し上げているのです。
That's why I'm saying I'll train you.
あれを役に立たないとおっしゃった理事会がどのような出題をされるか。
The board that called it useless, what kind of questions will they set?
お手並み拝見といこうじゃありませんか。
Why don't we see how good they really are?
怖。
Scary.
いいですね、二人とも。
Alright, you two.
早速今から特訓です。
Let's start the intensive training right away. So, we've got one hard ass over here, Sakaki, and we've got yet another hard ass on the student council, Takuto, who has decided that he's going to meet this challenge head on and be like, well, fine, if you're not going to use the materials I gathered, then I will make these idiots study so hard that there's no way they can't win. And that's what's going to happen. So, Kuya does not really seem to have a problem with studying. He's very intelligent. He's in all ultimate classes. However, Yuki is kind of dumb, and he doesn't like studying. So this is going to be a bit difficult, and I think even by the end of it, Kuya is going to be a little sick of it too. Because he just wants to run around and do fun things, just like Yuki, very cheery and personable, and sitting in a library studying does not really seem to be his style. So we will have some interesting scenes coming up as these two try to cram as much information into their heads as possible, with the quote-unquote help of Takuto, who is going to work them to the bone. So I hope you look forward to that. That'll be kind of funny. And I hope you enjoyed this scene, and if you skip the part in the middle there with the spoilers, don't worry about it. It's always something you can come back to later, or that will become kind of clear as you watch different character routes that I've completed. So, you know, don't worry about spoilers. I'll try to be good about that and make notes about it whenever I'm about to say something that might mess things up for you if you're watching in a different order than I recorded in. So, once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll come back next time for some happy, fun times studying in the library. And I'll see you then.